Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. Halloween time. So, in the spirit, I've got these really cool little animal eye carbachons. How cool are they? So I'm going to pick one of these and using half of the dome to make a little eyeball of such. Or it could just be a multiple eyeball dome, couldn't it? Doesn't just have to be one. But how cool are they? So many different ones. I'm unsure how many. I did see when I originally bought them, but that was a while ago now. I thought, because I was going to do something similar to the eyeball frog, but with these. Maybe with like the octopus mold or something. I thought, well, let's just give them a little play now. I don't know what to pick. And that is quite a big eyeball, so just one of those in there might need to be a few. So let's start by picking out a few. Try not to give it too much thought and try to give it a bit of variety. So there's a few different animals merged in this eyeball. Maybe. Well, we've got 3 slits, so let's pick another round one. Let's go with that. So what I'm thinking of doing is get these in one at a time. Where's my little handheld? And then I was going to go with just like a creamy eyeball. But I'm wondering if it would be better, since this is going to be several animals combined, to try. Mind you, that might. I don't know. Let's get the eyeballs in place first, because we know that much. So let's start out with the obvious. Not blowing bubbles. Yes, we'll start with the obvious. Let's find somewhere to stand that upside down for a moment. So, in there. Now, there shouldn't be bubbles in such a tiny little piece, but just in case, because there is actually, I can see it. I can see it up here. We're going to see it when it. Are you a little imperfection? Cocktail stick. What are you? I don't know. I'm going to put you up there. Right. We get eyeball number 1. Actually, you can be the central one. Now, I do remember from doing the googly eyes that this was not a particularly easy task picking them up. Let's try scooping it. Right. Trying to keep you central. So there's going to be a bit of this go down first. So we're just going to flash forward to all the little eyes in place, and then we'll decide what we're going to do when it comes to the actual fill itself. Right, got our eyeballs are all in place, all cured. So I have got a little bit of orange made up from another project. I'm wondering if I try and add the tiniest bit of white to that to make it a bit milky orange. There's only one way to find out, right? Let's just do it. So let's just put one drop. We might add a little bit more resin, we'll see. Let's just give that a little blast, because I can see bubbles galore. So let's just see what we've got. We'll swirl it around so it just about coats. And we'll add a little bit more. Do a bit of this. And then we'll cure that. I'm going to do that a couple of times, build it up, and then we'll see what happens. Okay. So this layer is cured. Now I've mixed up some other colours in the process. I've got some black, green, red, as well as still some orange. So I am going to pour the tiniest bit of green on there. I think then we'll finish with red and seal it with clear. Now I don't know if this green's going to show because it's really, really subtle. So perhaps I'll try and keep it to one sort of area. Like up there. So I'm going to cure this. I'm going to try and keep that green just there, and then the red can finish with red, finish with black. We'll see. I'm going to cure this before we decide on the next step. Okay, we have our eyeball creation here, our mini eyeball creation. Depending on how this looks, we may or may not come back to it and make it a full eyeball, or we might use this in another project. So let's pop them out and see what we got. Oh! 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 How cool is that? Oh, I like that. Oh, that is so cool, isn't it? Oh, look at all those different eyes. And the subtle, I don't know if we can see it, the subtle different colours in the background. Have added a cool effect. And the same for the fact that there's a build-up of just plain UV resin in this general area, so it's a little bit more cloudy before it goes dark with a little bit of sparkle coming through. How cool is that? I really like that. I want to do more with these eyes. They work in the resin so nicely. And even though I tapped them down, they obviously came up enough not to, they're not coming through the surface. Oh, that's so pleasing to touch. Oh, I want to keep looking at it. We're going to have to do something with this. It deserves to be more. We're going to have a think. Pop that out of the way for a second. We're going to have a think, and we're going to come back to this guy, hopefully before Halloween's over. I'll tidy up the edges, though they don't need much tidying, to be fair. Ever so slight trimming of the edge. Oh, look at that. That is so cool. That would make for a very funky ring. Yeah. I mean, I'm probably going to end up turning it into a monster, but that could quite easily be a watch that doesn't tell the time. A big, beautiful monster eye ring. I really, really like that. I didn't think I'd be displeased because the eyes were so cool. But I was like with, as some of you know, with some of these things, I'm making it up as I go along. I have a general idea of what I want to pull off. But then things just change as I'm going, so I just roll with it. And that's what came out. Let me know what you think. Are you... Yeah, I don't expect you all to be as excited about this as I am. But let me know, do you think this is super cool? Super freaky, super cool. And if you've got any suggestions of what to turn it into, do I go with jewellery? Because I'm expanding my ring collection. I'm not one for wearing rings, but I do appreciate a nice ring. And by nice, I don't mean expensive. I just mean if I think it looks cool, I like it. Let me turn it into a monster. Add to my family of monsters. Let me know what you think. I will be very interested to see. One, if anyone is actually as excited about this as I am. Two, any ideas. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's given you some ideas and confidence to just have a play. You don't know what's going to come out, and if this is going to be the result, as far as I'm concerned, that's a colossal win. That is a colossal win. It is so cool. I want to keep looking at it. I'm going to have to end this here. Otherwise, I'll just keep going on about how cool this is and how much I want to keep looking at it. I can do that in my own time. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and checking me and my channel out. I do hope you've enjoyed this. It has been so much fun, as always. And I am so grateful to be able to share my adventures with you all in artistic creation. And sometimes fail. But this is a win. Well, I'm going to pop it down now. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep twinkling it around, looking at the eyes. Like if you like what you see, comment if you've got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more and know when it's coming. Thank you all again so much. Take care and see you in the next one.